Welcome back, everybody. It's nice to have you along. We keep talking about club rugby, and of course, we're doing our very best at the moment to keep our clubs connected, as we have been doing for the last 2 years without fixtures. But we nevertheless are starting to see quite a lot of activity, so quite a lot of energy coming from the social media pages. At least a lot of the clubs are busy posting their friendlies, at least their planned friendlies. And of course, we'll keep you posted on that as we go along. But in the meantime, we went back down to the High Performance Center. We caught up with Labibi, at least Labib Levy. He's, of course, head coach for the DHL Western Province Rugby Under-20 side. They're in preparation for the start of the Under-20 Rugby Championships that starts off in February. And incidentally, they'll be playing their first match against the Sharks. Let's catch up behind the scenes.
Hey, everyone is excited, they're trying to get the team, trying to build together and see what comes out. So yeah, everyone is excited to be back. We had a 3 weeks break in December, just to get to your family and stuff and relax. The body needs some rest. But yeah, now we're back in business. Oh yeah, definitely, and it's a motivation for them. To see that there were guys that were here last year, now they're moving to better and bigger places, so they also know that what they have to do is just they have to work, and work not to be in the same place next year, or if they are, to be like a senior and lead the other guys, Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, definitely, because at the moment we're playing almost the same structure as Thomas, so. And the goal is to end up in the Stormers anyway, so it's a nice structure, and I feel like the boys are also starting to understand it more, and we're working towards it. So yeah, and learning from guys like Coach Njongi, he's one of the best wingers in South Africa. He still has the world record, for the most tries in one game in a Springbok test. So definitely learning a lot from guys like him, guys like Coach Labib, guys like Coach Jason, the forwards coach, So it's definitely a good management, if I can say, yes. Yeah, definitely the guys, they come from school, they used to schoolboy rugby, and then they get here, things are a bit more professional, But yeah, they've been training together now, so that they understand what's the difference between a schoolboy rugby and under-20 level, So yeah, I think the guys are going to be ready soon, We still have a few touch-ups here and there. We're going to Sharks, we're going to do what we did last year, easy.
Baie excited vir die jaar en vir die rugby om weer op die veld te kom en so. Ja, ons bond baie vandag as rugby wat my boys so bymekaar bring. Ja, ons leer baie van Coach Labib af. Coach Labib kom baie met die skills en goede wat hy van bo af bring en noodwendig wys dit nou vir ons hoe dit eintlik gedoen word hier by die Storms en by WP. Hy hoe kan ek nou sê, hy bring vir ons nuwe goed wat ons so wil leer en so, en ons wil baie leer van Coach Labib af. Ons sien baie uit na toe, ons gaan maar 'n bietjie Durban toe en ons gaan ons Sharks 'n bietjie aan stamba so.
Ja, dis lekker atmosfeer, die ouens, ons jol lekker saam. Geniet dit, ek sien uit vir die jaar. Ja, is nuwe verhoudings wat jy bou. Nuwe mense wat jy leer ken, daar's voordele en goed en ook nadele, want nou moet jy eers weer mix, maar is mos okay. Ja, as jy mekaar vind op die veld, dan vloei alles net lekker saam, so is dan moeite werd. Nuwe chommies, altyd lekker. Ja, ek sien uit daarna, gaan hard wees, ek seker van, maar ek dink ons gaan reg wees daarvoor.
Yes, the boys are very excited. Normally this competition is late in the year, June, July, under 21, 21 comp, but it's the comp is starting in February, and a lot of them, they're still calling you, yeah, meneer, yes sir, so it's a lot of them still actually think they're on school, so we're slowly trying obviously to give them more responsibility and integrate them into a non-school rugby playing environment. Like you mentioned, some only played a few games last year, and before that they played 2019 last. So they're just excited to be on the field and play some footy. Yeah, obviously they come from different schools, but that's basics. That's normal. It's team dynamic. Any team dynamic. I mean, all our teams in the country basically come from different backgrounds. So every team you get, you have different dynamics. So it's a matter of gelling the team together. The big thing that we found, obviously, that's lacking or that we work on is conditioning, because they haven't been in proper schoolboy structures, haven't been playing Craven Week. So there's been a lack of conditioning from a gym perspective, especially. And obviously during COVID it was quite demotivating for people to train. So, but we putting programs in place to improve them on that level from a conditioning perspective and a team dynamic perspective and self-responsibility perspective. Yeah, from a coaching perspective, we also have a team where we still finding each other. We obviously come from different teams, etc. So we also have to go to that same team dynamic like the players, which is to gel, find each other. But it's been going well. We are working on things and processes. Obviously, try to get alignment with the Currie Cup as well as the URC team. So there's similar things that we're doing. We add a slight flavor, but we try to keep the spine of the team and the playing style similar. Obviously, we have to see what we have. As a massive dynamic from our perspective is that we under 20 comp falls ranking below the varsity cup. So a lot of our contacted players, we've got about over 20 contracted players that are playing for Marty's, UCT, UWC, and then we've got about 4 or 5 of our players that are playing in the Currie Cup team. So we need to get the guys that are here. A lot of them are not contracted and a few are contracted, and we have to actually just make them gel and be ready for the comp. Yeah, like from the X's perspective, we try to keep it similar, especially the lingo, because as I mentioned, our players are integrating or being pulled up to Currie Cup. Like I mentioned, there's 4 or 5 of them, and when we perform on the side, a few more will probably be pulled up, and the same from Currie Cup to URC. So the lingo is important, and the roles and responsibilities in the various, like example, exit, who sets up, who cleans, who fouls, who chases, what happens post tackle. So we try to keep that spine very, very similar. Yeah, first game is Sharks end of the month. It will be tough because they don't have varsities, and we've been cannibalized by the varsities. But we're planning, and we keep plotting and planning and see that we can get positive results. We know it won't be easy on Kings Park, but we'll try our utmost and do our homework and prepare the team as full as we can. We are going on a camp in 2 weeks' time. Hopefully we would add some varsity players who's been released and some Currie Cup players who's been released. And then we can take us as strong as possible team as we can to Durban.
So Labib and the guys are getting ready for the Under-20 Currie Cup that starts, of course, at the end of February. So still a bit of time to go, but then Under-20 is then, of course, getting ready for action. We're certainly looking forward to that. Right, folks, well, Iceberg air cons and compressors are, of course, on board with Cape Rugby TV. And for those of you that don't know, Iceberg air conditioners, of course, has been around for quite a while. They were established in 2009 when a number of individuals came together and they combined 30 plus years of experience in the field to become a specialist organization in the field of air conditioners and compressors. And of course a lot of credibility that goes with this organization, such as Iceberg, of course, have worked with Westbank and Stanek and Imperial, and of course other big brand names like Porsche and Afrimat and Spartan, and they really are there to make sure that your automobile air conditioning as well as your home air conditioning is sorted out. They, of course, are placed in Stickland and in Montague Gardens. Well, Iceberg Aircons are running a fantastic promotion at the moment, and it always surprises me just how much goes into having a healthy air conditioning system in your car. And of course, Iceberg is running a competition at the moment where you need to go to their Facebook page and enter a competition. And it's very easy because this prize, by the way, is valued at 1,500 Rand. And includes a full aircon with a service, including regas, oil replacement, dye replacement, leak detection, sanitization of the aircon systems, and of course the interior cabin. And I must say, it's fascinating to look at all the elements of what this Iceberg aircon prize is. But I mean, like I said to you last week, I mean, who knew that it goes so much goes into that? Having a healthy air conditioning system in your car. So you need to think about this, and I'm sure that especially in the heat today while we're all driving, quite often we think, is the aircon actually working? Should it be regassed? You know, are the buttons working? Well, you need to check. You need to go down to Iceberg. There, as I said, they're in Montague Gardens and Stikland. But in the meantime, if you want to win this for free, go to their Facebook page, Iceberg Aircons and Compressors. Just go do a search there, and of course we'll put it on our Cape Rugby TV Facebook page as well. And all you need to do is put a tag there, right in there, Iceberg Aircons and Cape Rugby TV, and tag 3 friends. And of course, the winner will be announced shortly. And yeah, you put yourself in the mix to win an air conditioning prize to the value of 1,500 Rand. Fantastic. Folks, we'll take a break. When we come back from the break, we'll carry on talking club rugby. Back in a sec.